Good morning, beloveds. We have some sunshine today. So there's a nice beam of sun. And of course, the beam of sun has sprouted a cat. So, all right. It's 3:20. So one, it is the spring equinox. So happy Ostara and happy spring equinox. And two, it's my partner's birthday. So, and if you ask me how old my partner is, I'm not sure I could tell you. I think once you get past 50, you just stop counting. So, yeah, that's where we're at. Okay. It was just cold this morning and he was not into the bike. So we went for a walk. So I'm just like, and the trainer yesterday went after my shoulders and my arms. And so like moving my arms today is not a whole lot of fun. All right. I'm wondering if I can actually see, there's enough sunlight I can see this without my glasses. Yes, but just in case. All right. Like I said, it's March 20th. Our title is, What Are You Expecting? The first quote is, For unto everyone that shall be given, and they shall have abundance. And that is Matthew 25:29. The second quote is, The mind is the fashioning factor, and according to the range, vision, and positiveness will be the circumstance of or experience. And that is Science of Mind, page 281. This is, again, the third of the highlighted pages, or the second of the highlighted pages. 3 pages out of this entire book were highlighted, and these are the 3. What are you accepting for yourself today? For instance, are you allowing yourself to feel helpless, hopeless, lonely, or sad? Remember that your state of mind will form your outer experience. Life is a continual process of creation, and what you think and expect, you create. A very wise woman once said, All of the water in the world cannot sink a ship unless it gets inside the ship. Similarly, all of the unhappiness in the world cannot possibly enter into your new day unless you allow it to get inside your mind. In other words, unless you engage in negative thinking. With every thought you entertain, you are building your mental home. Whatever you think about all day long and visualize as being true about yourself is the blueprint you are using to build your new day. If you are happy with what you are expecting, well and good. If not, how about starting to build a new direction right now? There is within you a power that will go to work for you the moment you give it your consent. I eliminate every negative thought and feeling from my mind, and I affirm that this day is a wonderful, rewarding one in every way. I know that life is always 100% for me when I accept that it is, and I do so right now. Today is a good day. That is E.H. Ernest Holmes. And, try it, you might like it. And I say that from the perspective of what you hear in the culture is how much nobody likes Mondays. Nobody likes Mondays. They talk about when the Sunday dread becomes for Monday morning, and about how awful Monday is. And there was an artist, who was the artist that did Garfield, and how much Garfield always hated Mondays, and he especially hated Monday the 13th. And you know what? I actually like Mondays. I used to really like Mondays a lot when I would get up, because I would get up and I would go to the gym. And that was always a fun experience for me. And so that's when I started looking forward to Mondays. Now, I don't go to the gym on Monday anymore. I go to the gym on Sunday, which you would think would give me a little bit more dread for Monday, because it's the day that I know I'm going to ache a little bit from the gym, because I know I worked out. And yet I still enjoy Mondays. I look forward to Monday. There's not a day that I dread, if that makes sense. There's not any particular day that I dread. I can't say that I look forward to all days, but, usually I wake up in a pretty good state of mind. And it helps that I do like my job. And so there's not any, and so I tend to have pretty good days. yes, things go awry and things happen, but generally, even when things go awry, I still have a pretty good day because I'm looking forward to the day. Uh, and I would give you another example. Mondays tend to be movie nights. It's the night that my husband and I have date night, I guess you could say, where we'll do dinner and a movie. And frequently we eat dinner in our car and then go to the movie because there's not enough time between when we get off work and go the movie starting. But so I have a reason to look forward to Monday. So I generally have a pretty good Monday. And that's what Ernest is talking about. It's like if you wake up dreading the day, well, you have given spirit direction to run with. And it's going to bring you all of the things that you are not looking forward to. Because all spirit knows is, wait, there's a lot of emotion there. There's a lot of energy there. Let's work on that. At which point then I will remind you, then what you do is, and that's what Ernest said, build your life in a positive direction. You know, if you wake up dreading Mondays, well, what can you change other than your mind? You can literally change your mind. Find something to look forward to. Find something that is good about the day. Before you go to bed at night, set your intention for something to look forward to, something to build a positive, whatever that is, and let the spirit run with that. That's what Ernest is talking about. And because I have a pretty good Monday, because I look forward to Mondays, I enjoy Mondays, my week's pretty good. So I'm not working for the weekend. Do I enjoy my weekend? Yes, very much so. Because I do other things on the weekend. And sometimes I do nothing on the weekend, which is, that in and of itself to look forward to. But so there's not anything in my week that I'm dreading, if that makes sense. Now, occasionally, because we my mortgage paying job, as I like to call it, we have sale days, and those are busier days. But even there, we look forward to those because we know, one, we're going to be busier, and two, interesting things are going to happen. And when we have sale days, there are certain people that we know are going to come in because they're going to take advantage of the sale. So we have things to look forward to. Could I dread the sale days because we're going to be busier? Yes. Could I dread those days because there are certain people that are going to come in just to take advantage of the sale, and maybe they're not the most pleasant people to do? Yes. But I don't. I instead look on the positive. The things that are not my favorite, things that I don't look forward to, are going to happen. But because I'm more focused on the positive, then when those things that are non-preferred happen, I can look at them and I can let them go. It's like, okay, you know what? That happened. But overall, I still had a good day. And that's what he's talking about. So, and this is an Ernest Holmes readings because he says a very wise woman, and he never tells you who the wise woman is. All the water in the world cannot sink a ship unless it gets inside. When everybody around you is playing the poor me game, the negative me game, then you got to look around yourself and go, are these people that I really want to be around? And maybe, if they're coworkers, you don't really have a choice, but you don't have to let their negativity in. You can still be your Pollyanna sunshine. Yes, I am Pollyanna sunshine. I get that. You can still have a good day, an overall, positive day. All of the unhappiness in the world cannot possibly enter your new day unless you allow it inside your mind. In other words, unless you engage in negative thinking. When you catch yourself on a negative thinking trend, stop yourself and turn that train around, or that car around, or that, horse around, or whatever metaphor you want to use. Turn your thinking around. Turn that train of thought around. And say, okay, so I started to slip off into the negative, and you don't beat yourself up about it. You don't. You just say, okay, I've noticed that I'm thinking a little negative. What's the opposite of that? And let me think about that. Or what's something that I've got to look forward to, and let me look forward to that, which will help with that positive mind. And that's what he says down here. Life is always 100% for me when I accept that it is. we do get very busy prepping for what could go wrong. And that is important. I am not going to downplay the importance of, having strategies and contingencies in for possibilities of things going wrong. But that's not where we want to focus our energy. We want to focus our energy on visualizing, what if everything went right? So we've got the strategies in place in case things go wrong. But let's focus on, what if everything went right? Let's focus on the good. Let's focus on the amazing. Let's visualize if everything worked out. And maybe everything doesn't work out. Maybe only 60% works out. But hey, 60% is better than nothing. So the mission today, should we choose to accept it, build yourself a new blueprint. Whatever you think about all day long and visualize as being true about yourself is the blueprint you are using to build a new day. If you are happy with what you are experiencing, well and good. If not, and here's your mission, the mission today, should we choose to accept it, is to start building a new direction right now. Pick one thing. Focus on that one thing that is good. And then pick another and focus on that. And build yourself a new blueprint. And there are all of these spiritual practices, because the blueprint of you, God's blueprint of you, and that's why occasionally I will remind you of Amit Goswami and his idea from the Quantum Doctor about the bliss body. God's blueprint of you is perfect. It's whole. It's healthy. It's happy. So if the blueprint that you've got and the blueprint that God's got don't line up, there's your work. There's your work. One, do some spiritual practices, including the spiritual practice of doing something loving for yourself, kind for yourself, compassionate for yourself, and go take a look at God's blueprint of you. Because I promise you, God's blueprint of you is whole, healthy, happy, perfect. All right? Which is not flawless, but inclusive. It includes all of it. So, and then make the changes to your blueprint. Start with focusing on the good. Emma has it right. Look for the good and praise it. When you are looking for the good and you're excited about the good, what's not so good tends to take care of itself. Try it. That's the whole point of Science of Mind. The whole point of Science of Mind is we are a philosophy, and we want to give you a bunch of tools to help you live your best life. We are not going to tell you what to believe. That's between you and God. That is between you and the source of your own being. But what we are going to do is give you a whole bunch of tools to help you live your best life. And it starts with spiritual practices of, what are you expecting? What is the trend of your thoughts? Meditation, treatment, prayer, affirmative affirmations, and then affirmative action, what Ernest likes to call right action. Because we're not going to sit here and talk pretty words, we're going to go out and do. And that's why I talk about the spiritual practice of doing something loving for yourself, doing something kind for yourself, doing something compassionate for you. That is actual things that you can put into practice. You can take a deep breath before you speak. You can take a nap. You can take a walk. You can eat dessert first. You want something to look forward to, eat dessert first. When I eat lunch, if I have a little bit of chocolate in my lunch, I like to eat the chocolate before I eat my oranges or tangerines, because there's nothing quite like the leftover chocolate feel in your mouth. And orange essence, citrus, it's good. You should try it. That's loving, kind, and compassionate for yourself. Those are basic, simple things to help you have a better day. We're about giving you the tools to do that. So, you got your mission. Work on your blueprint. You got your spiritual practice of doing something loving for yourself, kind for yourself, compassionate for yourself, whatever that looks like. And I'm serious about the self-care. You cannot pour from an empty cup. And remembering that it's also about making room for joy in your life. If you want to edit your blueprint, make room for joy in your life. And eating dessert first, your life is a special occasion. Treat it as such. Don't save the good stuff. Wear the nice clothes. Use the good china. Drink the good stuff. Eat the good stuff. And I'm not telling you not to have a healthy dinner. As I said, I like to have a little chocolate before I eat tangerines. Tangerines are good for you. And honestly, so is dark chocolate. I had a doctor say that one time. Repeat after me. Chocolate is a health food because it's good for you. So, all right. So practice on yourself. Practice on yourself. And then do other little things like do something to engage your mind and your body. Drink plenty of water. Hydration is super important. Your brain works better when it's hydrated. Get that early in your day bright light. The sun was up this morning and there weren't a whole lot of clouds, so I did get some early in my day face full of sun. And here's the cool thing about that. There's this thing called a circadian rhythm. It's a hormone rhythm. It's a natural rhythm that you have every day. Well, that early in your day bright light, even if it's artificial, helps to reset that, which then you'll have more energy during the day. You'll sleep better at night. What better way to reset your blueprint than, and it's science. You can look it up. Circadian rhythm starts with a C. Don't ask me to spell it because I'm a terrible speller. It is what it is. So I just got myself off track and I'm back. And I said, the title of the talk is, what are you expecting? And so I used this quote from Ernest Holmes. Open the windows of your soul. Allow the breath of heaven to remind you do live in heaven right here, right now. It's all around us all the time. Because one of the things that science of mind does lean into is oneness. Our belief that we are all made from the same substance, that we are all made of God stuff, therefore we are all good stuff. Yes, things go weird. Yes, we misuse the power that we have. But we have the power to fix it. Okay? Now, I will remind you, when stuff is messy, you do get to look in the mirror and say, what is mine to do? Because just because you walk into a mess doesn't mean you're there to fix it. Okay? Sometimes you are. And sometimes you are there to fix a part of it. So do ask yourself that question. But what you want to know is that heaven is a state of mind. It's a state of consciousness. Okay? Once you learn that, heaven ceases to be a place and can become any place. And once it can become any place, well then, you have the power to change your world. All right? By activating that state of mind. And if heaven can become any place, it can become every place, which is the point of practice. All right? Okay. So, and this is where I like to remind you, take Emma's advice. You want to have a heavenly state of mind? Look for the good and praise it. Look for the little good, look for the big good, look for the good inside yourself, look for the good outside of yourself, look for the good in other people, and praise that. That's a heavenly state of mind. That is how you open the windows of your soul and let all of that good in. Because trust me, it's there. It's there. All right. I guess I'm at the social media part where I remind you we are Creative Life Spiritual Center, Creative Life Spark. I'm the running Rev Ryan on the social medias that I am on. So feel free to like and share and subscribe and do all that stuff. If you want to know what's going on with the center, email info@creativelife.org. That'll get you on the constant contact. And those hot links are hot. If it says click here now, it'll take you right to the information that you are looking for from the email. And I will remind you on the website, which is creativelife.org, the Sunday talks now take you right to our YouTube channel. So there's good stuff there. Please check it out. Look at all the playlists. Okay. Oh, right. I'm at the part where I get to encourage you to, because it is Monday in 2023. It's Monday. encourage you to have a great day, a wondrous day, a fantastic day, a magical day, an enchanted day, a wonder-filled day, an awesome day, working on the blueprints day, a looking for the good day, a praising the good day, knowing who you are day, a expecting day, an accepting day, good day. If that is too much pressure, simply have a day. You are enough just as you are. You are a beloved child of God. You are a brilliant light, a divine spark. You are spirit in motion. You are God in action. You are a godling. Know who you are. Know who you are. In whom God is well pleased and well represented. And what I mean by that is you may be the only Bible some people read. Are you showing them the God you believe in? Or are you showing them the God that you've been taught? There may be a difference. Look into that. All right, beloveds. Oh. Deep breath. I'm going to remind you, Reverend David should be on around 5 p.m. with you. I should be back with you around 9 a.m. Take care of yourself. Know that you are loved, and I will see you next time.